got Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter starting for the Caps. Tucker and Durling on the back end here. Puck's down in the Cougars corner. Mitchell, Baxter, and Russell forechecking. Puck's picked up by Russell. He's looking in front for an option. Going to work it back to Ray Durling at the point. Traffic in front, shot. Blocked by the Cougars forward group. And they're going to break back the other way. Drop past Cougars. They retain possession. Battle in behind the boards here. Tucker's going to come out with the puck and try to move it up to Baxter, but can't connect. Icing's waved off because the Cougars had a chance to play that. We'll go for a line change here. We got Dylan Johnson, Blake McLean, and Parker Munn. Jack LaBelle and Matthew O'Donnell on D. So that puck was thrown in from the corner off a Caps defenseman's skate and into the net. So quick start there for the Cougars. Okay, Caps work the puck back the other way. That's Munn with a shot on off the side of the post. He's going to try and work it into the middle. Munn works the puck behind the net. Blake McLean's after it, forechecking. He's fighting for the puck. Matthew O'Donnell on a pinch here from the point. Keeps it in. Dylan Johnson and Blake McLean on the forecheck here. Cougars are going to try and bring it around this side. And they get it out to the Cougars D. It's a 2-on-2. Shot on net. Gloved by Easton Callback. We got Mitchell, Heffernan, and Morton out on the forwards unit, and Toole and Binks on the back end. That's into the corner to Dylan Toole. He makes a good move to get it up the boards to Heffernan, who gets it out at the line. We got Mitchell had the puck. There was a 2-on-1, but called offside. So face off outside the Cougar zone. Face off won by Mitchell. Dylan Toole gets it into the Cougar zone. They work it around. Pressure's on here. We got Mitchell picked up the puck, but knocked off his stick. Cougars go the other way, picked up by Max Morton. He's going to work it back into the zone. Mitchell's calling for the puck out front. He's got it behind the net. He's looking for options here. Works it to Binks at the point. He comes to the middle, takes a shot on net, comes around the other side. It's off the post. Another attempted shot there by Dylan Toole, but he fanned on it a little bit. It's going to go down for icing. So a couple of good opportunities there for the Caps with some pressure. Get a line change here. We got Russell, Baxter, and Hart Johnston up front. Durling and Tucker on D. Face-off win. Baxter gets to the front of the net, but couldn't get a shot on. Cougars are going the other way here. They've got 2-on-2 here. Tucker keeps them wide. Trying to work the puck out front. Durling's fighting for the puck. Well, the Cougars forward worked it out front there. Got a shot off the pads. Call back and rebound was sitting on the other side of the net. So Good start for the Cougars so far. So face-off won by the Cougars, worked up the boards. Russell tries to get it to Derling, but couldn't connect on that pass. Puck's behind the net, heading into the corner. Cougars work it around to the other side. Derling's going to go get the puck and tried to work it up the boards, but couldn't. Baxter picks up the puck, and he's going to get it out of the zone and get it deep. Icing's waved off. He's forechecking hard down there. Easton Russell's trying to pick that puck out of the corner. Easton Russell comes out with the puck. He works it back to Jack LaBelle on the point. He throws it softly towards the net, and that goes into the corner. Baxter to O'Donnell. Back to Baxter. That's a shot on net. Rebound came out wide the other side, but no Caps forward available for it. Matthew O'Donnell knocks the puck away from the attack, and that's chipped past. And that's a big save by Easton Callback on a backhand chance by the Cougars. We got a line change here. We got McLean, Munn, and Johnston coming out for the defensive zone face-off with Binks and Toole. Face-off. Worked up the ice. Johnson to Munn. Gets it deep. He's going to work around the net. Come around front. Tried to jam play there, but couldn't get it in. Pass wide to the far side. Put on net. Shot around. Munn's going to pick up that puck on the far boards and try and get it out, but can't. Puck is played back by the Caps. Binks passes it to Johnson. Johnson to McLean. Dylan. We're just going to call an offside on that, but I don't think the puck came out of the zone. But the linesman has a better view of that than we do. We got a line change here. Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan out as the forward unit. Binks and Toole stay on for the defense. Mitchell in for the draw here. Mitchell ties up his men. Puck goes into the Cougars zone and is now out. Picked up by Binks. Binks fires it deep. Icing's waved off. And it's deep in the Cougars zone. Heffernan's in on the forecheck. Liam Mitchell's got pressure on here. He's going to try and cycle the puck into the corner for Morton. Mitchell comes for support and causes a turnover. Puck's back to Toole. He tries to get a shot on net, but deflected by the Cougars. Here's a shot opportunity. Mitchell had a shot on there, short side. Mitchell with another nice back check, and Binks puts it back into the Cougars zone. And the Cougars work it out. Mitchell picks up a loose puck, and he's going to go back the other way. He gets past. Shot on goal, a nice save by the Cougars goalie. Russell, Baxter, and Hart Johnston, Tucker, and Derling on the back end. Well, we're going to get the Caps are going to get kicked out of the face-off for going in too early. Hart's fighting for a puck. He's going to go behind the net and pick that up. He sends it out front, but knocked away by the Cougars defense. They're going to work that wide and back towards the middle. No call on that one. Good pinch by the Cougars to keep the pressure on. Easton Russell tries to get that out. It hits the referee in the helmet and stays in. Tucker up the boards. He tries to get it to Hart, but can't connect on that. Caps work the puck out. This is Easton Russell up the near boards. He works it by his opposition and tries to get it towards the net, but it's picked up by the Cougars and worked up the far boards. That's knocked down. Looked like a high stick, but not called. And the Caps are going to get it deep. Dylan Johnson's on the ice. He's forechecking hard on the Cougars D. So we have Munn, Johnston, and McLean out on the ice. That's picked up by Munn. He tries to work it in front, but he's knocked off the puck. Cougars try and work the puck out. There's nice back check by Blake McLean. Jack LaBelle gets it out of the zone, but just to the line and poked back in. There's a scuffle on the fireboards, and that's Parker Munn who brings it out and gets it out of the zone, but the Cougars work it right back in. Drop pass. Matthew O'Donnell fighting for the puck in the corner. That comes out and not quite out of the zone. Puck will go to the far boards where Jack LaBelle is there to get it out. But it comes back in. Blake McLean's going to circle here and try and regroup. He makes the move past his man and gains the line. He takes a shot, and that's off the crossbar. We have a defensive change here. Toole and Binks are on the ice. Toole works it over to Binks. Binks up the boards to Johnson. Poke pass, and McLean's going to get it deep. Forward unit's going to go for a change. Heffernan's already on the ice. And we'll have Mitchell and Morton jump into the play. Liam Mitchell picks up the puck. He's going to scoot around and regroup. He's gained some speed and he's going to work up the middle. And he makes a nifty move, tries to get it in front, but can't quite get it. It's going to come back to Binks. Binks with a shot. And just wide, might have been tipped in front. Caps are going to work it the other way. Mitchell gets it deep. He's going to go after the puck. And he causes another turnover. Cougars get it out, and they're going to work it back to Dylan Toole. Works it up the far boards. And that's another turnover there caused by a good forecheck. Heffernan comes in. He works it across to Max Morton. Beauty pass from Bryce Heffernan from the far boards right in front for a tap in for Max Morton. That makes it 2-1 Cougars on a nice play by that line to have a good hard forecheck and cause a turnover and get the puck running the other way. So we have Baxter, Russell, and Hart Johnson on. Russell works it back to Durling. Turnover at the line. Fight for the puck along the far boards. Here comes a shot. Nice save by Easton Callback. Rebound was there, but the defense was able to pick it up. We got a developing 2-on-1, but a good back check by the Cougars. Cuts that down. Puck finds its way onto the stick of the Cougars. Weak shot on net. Cougars work it back out in front, and Hart Johnson picks up the puck. He's going to work the puck deep into the Cougar zone. A little bit of interference over there, but Hart's fighting through that. Fighting for the puck in the corner. That's going to come not quite out to the line. Easton Russell's got two guys on him. He works it into the corner. They're going to go for a line change. So we got Munn, McLean, and Johnson coming on as the forward unit. That's picked off in at center ice. Blake McLean works the puck in. Sends it in front. That's a shot. And that was a shot by Parker Munn. Another one off the post, and the puck was sitting in behind the goalie uncovered, but no one was at the net for a rebound. Face off in the Cougar zone. McLean, Munn, and Johnson stay out. O'Donnell and LaBelle on the back end. Face off, tied up, work back to Dylan Johnson. He's going to work it around the net. Blake McLean with the forecheck. He causes a turnover, and Munn comes for the wraparound, but couldn't connect there. Puck's played back to the Caps defense. A little stumble there. It's a shot deflected, but the puck's sitting dangerously by the side of the net, covered by Easton Callbeck in goal. So McLean, Dylan Johnson, and Munn, LaBelle, and O'Donnell stay out on the ice. Defensive zone face-off, tied up. Dylan Johnson comes in and picks up the puck. He tries to send it up to Parker Munn. It's deflected by the Cougars, so it'll be Munn coming out the front with the puck. It's a backhand shot. Nice save by the Cougars. Jack LaBelle with a nice pinch there to put the pressure on the Cougars, and that puck comes out off a body. It's a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. That's a shot, and he scores. That puck came in and out quite quickly. Must have gone in off the padding far side. That makes it 3-1 Cougars. So we have Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan out. Binkson Toole on the back end. 3-1 Cougars. Binks steps up and pushes that past the Cougars forwards, and they get that into the zone, and it's pushed out by the Cougars. They're going to work that deep. Binks back to the retrieve. There's a man on in the forecheck. It's pushed past in front. Toole gets it out to the line. Binks picks up the puck and tries to work it back up the boards, but no one available. It's worked in front. Toole's on that. Liam Mitchell picks up a loose puck. He works it over to Max Morton. He's on in on a partial break, but knocked off his stick by the Cougars defenseman. Worked around behind the net. Pressure being put on by Heffernan. Heffernan to Mitchell, to Durling, to Binks. He's got a shot. Rebound was sitting there, but couldn't connect there. Caps are in. Binks with the pinch. He's going to fire it on net. Short side. Walker save. Caps are keeping the pressure on. That's Heffernan gets knocked down. We got a partial change here, so we got Russell, Hart Johnston, and Jack Baxter is coming on. Shot here from Ray Durling. Long shot off the side of the net, and the Cougars are going to try and get it out, but kept in by Durling, and they're going to send that puck down to relieve some pressure and an icing. So Russell, Baxter, and Hart Johnson stay out with Ray Durling and Jack Tucker. 2 minutes left in the first period. And we got kicked out again on the face-off here. Hart Johnson's going to go in and take this face-off. Face-off won by the Cougars into their zone, but the Caps are in there to pick up possession. Durling pinches in there. Russell holds the line. Hart tries to get that puck in front, and he's trying to keep that puck in the zone. Puck comes to Durling. He's going to play that all the way around. Jack Baxter in on the forecheck. Can't cut down that puck, and it's going to come out into the Cap zone. Worked far side, and it takes a funny bounce off the boards, and Easton Russell's going to pick up that puck. He works it to Hart Johnson. He works through his man to try and open it up through the... Held in at the line by the Cougars. This is going to be an opportunity for the Cougars. That's in front, covered by Callbeck. There's a little bit of after the whistle shenanigans here. I guess they're going to take the Cougars player on that one because he was the second guy in. Calls a cross check. So Caps will go to a power play here with 59 seconds left in the first period. The Cougars referee Cougars coach isn't very happy. I don't know, you got to take control of those situations, I guess, as a referee, and he only took one guy. So we have Russell, Mitchell, and Baxter out for the power play. LaBelle and O'Donnell on the back end. That's work to the line and out. Just squeaks past Jack LaBelle. They're going to reset. Matthew O'Donnell looks to the middle, but no luck connecting there. Cougars on the forecheck. They tried to work it out in front, but Jack Baxter is going to set things up and get the puck into the zone. We got about 30 seconds left in the period. Puck's back to the defense. Russell works it back to Matthew O'Donnell. There's a shot on net. There's a nice tip in front, but just wide by Jack Baxter. Pinch on the far side to keep in by Jack LaBelle. We got about 10 seconds left on the clock. Probably chance for one more good opportunity here. Easton Russell works his man off. There's about 1 second left, and they're not going to get a shot off. After one period of play, 3-1 for the Edsa South Cougars. Caps will start the period on a power play. 1 minute, 1 second left. So Mitchell, Russell, and Baxter, Binks and Durling to start the power play. Puck face-off one back to Durling. Bit of a rolling puck. He works it across to Durling. Durling loses an edge. He gets it into the middle to Mitchell, and he gets the puck into the zone to Russell. Russell works it to the far side. Baxter in pursuit. He pins his man against the boards. Mitchell in to help out. Baxter comes around the net and he picks up the puck from Russell. Binks fell. Russell back to Binks. Binks to Russell. Russell's going to walk. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell to Binks. Binks to Durling. Durling with a shot. Scores. 5-hole. Nice low shot by Ray Durling. From the point he walked in a little bit, so that's assists come from Liam Mitchell, Graham Binks. So that's Ray Durling from Binks and Mitchell. Face off won by the Caps. Right now we have Munn, Dylan Johnston, and Blake McLean. They work the puck towards the front of the net. Loose puck. We got a back check hard here. Parker Munn's back checking hard. Nice defensive play there by Jack Tucker to break up that rush. We have Dylan Toole and Jack Tucker out on the defensive end, and they've worked the puck in front. It's loose, but worked back into the corner by the Cougars, and that's going to be picked up by Jack Tucker. He's going to gain the line and get past his man. He runs into the linesman. He was knocked a little bit by the Cougars defensive unit into the linesman, but that's no call. Puck played in front. Here's Blake McLean with a shot. Goalie doesn't know where the puck is, and it's blown dead, sitting right in the blue paint, and the referee lost sight of the puck, and so he blew it dead. It'll be a face-off in the Cougars defensive zone. Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan up front. O'Donnell and LaBelle on the back end. Tied up. Face-off one back to O'Donnell. He's going to fire a rolling puck towards the net. It's tipped wide. Jack LaBelle's going to come in and pinch. Bryce Heffernan's going to feed that puck back to Liam Mitchell. He's going to work the outside. And it comes back in. Chance here for Max Morton. Kept in at the line by Liam Mitchell. He's going to take a shot. And the puck found its way towards the goalie. Made the save. But the puck's been sitting around in that blue ice fairly often so far for the Caps. Just need someone to get towards the net and tap some of those goals in here to tie up the game. We got Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan, LaBelle, and O'Donnell staying out for the offensive zone face-off. Puck is won back by the Cougars. Worked up the near board here. Morton and LaBelle are fighting for it. The puck squeaks free, and Liam Mitchell had a nice low shot. Play it in. He's going to work it across to Heffernan. Heffernan to Mitchell. Mitchell to Morton. Morton's going to have a lane out front. He gets it in front to Bryce Heffernan. Max Morton saw a lane to bring it out front and made a nice backhand feed across to Bryce Heffernan, who had wide open net to bang it in. It did look like the net came off slightly in that, but the referee's ruling was that it didn't interfere with play. So that's Bryce Heffernan from Max Morton and Liam Mitchell to tie up the game. And we have the Caps coming back again with more pressure. Hart Johnson just moves the puck towards the net, and the Cougars freeze it. So we have Baxter, Russell out on the forward unit, Toole, and Binks on the back end. Russell face-off win to Baxter. He pokes it deep. Baxter's going to work it in front to Russell. Binks with a fan shot from the point. They're going to have to get back hard. Toole picks up a loose puck. That's going to get deep in the Caps zone. A little rolling puck there. Toole's going to play it up into the linesman's feet. That's going to be worked behind the net. Puck's loose in front. Easton Callback with a nice save. For a line change here, McLean, Dylan Johnson, and Parker Munn come out. It's the forward unit, Gerling and Tucker. McLean wins it back to Tucker. Puck comes out front. Parker Munn picks it up, loses the puck, but Jack Tucker's there to pick it up. Jack Tucker's going to work it on the goalie. Again, the puck was lying there for a rebound. Puck comes to Munn. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson tried to make a move in front. Dylan's going to work it back to Gerling. Pressure's on there. He works it deep to Blake McLean. He's got Parker Munn out front, but tries to work it out by himself. Dylan Johnson patiently makes the play. He can walk in and take a shot. That's off the outside of the post. Munn's going to keep it deep. Dylan Johnson comes out with the puck. Worked to the far side by the Cougars. Blake McLean's got pressure on there, and Dylan Johnson's going to come out front with the puck. And he had Parker Munn open in front. It's been a couple of times this group's had guys out in front, but just the play's developing a little bit too quickly for them, and they're not able to capitalize on that open man out in front. Here's another chance. Dylan Johnson, oh, he tried to work it across. Would have been a beauty play to Blake McLean for an open chance. Blake McLean works the puck back to Ray Derling. He's shot from the point. Goalie didn't see that one, and that's Ray Derling's second goal of the game. Same spot, 5-hole. Shot from the point. Wasn't hard, but it was in a great spot. So that goal scored by Ray Derling. I know Blake McLean will get an assist on that for sure. I can't remember. Probably Dylan Johnson, I think, has a second assist on that one. But good pressure by the Caps line, keeping that puck deep, and that gives the Capitals a go-ahead goal. So the Cougars just took a timeout there, try and reset themselves. We'll have Mitchell, Heffernan, and Morton forward unit, and O'Donnell and LaBelle in the back end. That's nearly picked up by Liam Mitchell coming through the middle, but knocked away by the Cougars. Cougars have the puck behind the net. They work it around into the corner, into the far corner. That's worked in front. Dangerous looking play there, but it's worked out by Liam Mitchell back into the Cougar zone, and they'll play the puck in behind the net. That's Max Morton. Liam Mitchell's going to pick up the puck. He's going to work it back to Matthew O'Donnell. That's going to be a shot blocked by the Cougars forward. That's picked up by Max Morton. He's tripped up. So that's the Cougars defenseman put his leg out, tripped up I believe it was Max Morton, or maybe that was Bryce Heffernan. Not sure who it was over there, but they got tripped up. So the Caps will go back out to power play. They're going to run Easton Russell, Jack Baxter, and Liam Mitchell up front, Graham Binks and Ray Derling on the back end. The Cougars get kicked out of that face-off. So it'll be Russell. It's worked into the corner. Mitchell's going to pick up the puck, and that puck comes out. And broken play. Cougars are going to get an opportunity there, and Ray Derling makes the right play there. He was hard on the Cougars forward. That's the Cougars' probably best player there that got out on a one-on-one. So it's going to be penalty to the Caps. That'll make it 4-on-4 for minute 44 left in the penalty to the Cougars. Face off one by Russell. Toole brings the puck out. He's going to get it to the middle to Russell. Russell's going to work to his backhand, circle around, works it back to Toole. Toole with a shot. That's tipped by Baxter, but not on net. The Cougars will work the puck out. And the Cougars still retain the puck. They work it in front, knocked to the side. There's another penalty coming up on the Caps, I guess. I'm not sure what the call was, but the Caps will touch the puck, and I guess the call's a trip. So here come the penalties, I guess. We're gonna have a 4-on-3 for about a minute, for up to a minute and 1 second, and then it'll be a 5-on-3 for a couple of seconds. I'm trying to work this all out. So it's a power play to the Cougars. We have O'Donnell, Tucker, and Mitchell out to try and kill this off. Puck's in the corner. We got O'Donnell and Mitchell in there trying to work out the puck. Cougars work the puck out. They work it to the far side. 4-on-3 here, so a little different look for all the players. Caps are doing a good job of keeping them to the outside. That puck's sitting in front, covered by, it looked like it was covered by callback, but wasn't blown down. Tucker's going to fight hard for the puck in the corner. He pins his man. Liam Mitchell with an excellent job of picking up that puck after Tucker picked up that, battled and fought hard for that in the corner, and Liam Mitchell iced the puck. So we got a partial change here, and a really nice play by Matthew O'Donnell to retain possession, to get possession there. And Liam Mitchell's going to ice the puck again. Caps are going to change. Jack Baxter is out as the forward. We got a 5-on-4. Jam play on the side, but no luck there. Matthew O'Donnell's knocked down. It's going to be a 5-on-4. There's about 25 seconds left in the 5-on-4. That's worked out to the line, and that's just going to get out of the blue line, work back in. This is going to be a chance for Matthew O'Donnell to ice the puck, but the puck was rolling. That could have been called an offside. Jack LaBelle's going to go back and pick up that puck. He's going to work it, not quite out. And that puck comes to the front of the net. Jack's got a chance to get it out, but couldn't quite get it out. Jack knocks down that puck, and he's going to chance. We're back to 5-on-5. Jack Baxter streaking towards the net. He had a chance for a one-handed shot there, but couldn't get much on it. Blake McLean's down there fighting for the puck. Hart Johnson in there to help out. Kept in at the line by Jack LaBelle, fired on net and gloved down by the Cougars goalie. So the Caps survived that penalty kill. We got 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second period. We'll have McLean, Munn, and Dylan Johnson out, forward unit. Binks and Toole on the back end. Face-off one back to Dylan Toole. He's going to try and fire it deep. Munn's fighting for the puck on the boards, but that's going to come out. This is a 1-on-1. Graham knocks him wide. He's going to come back, deflected shot out the side. Dylan Toole. Graham works it to the far side. Blake McLean just gets the puck out. Graham's going to go pick up the puck. He's going to look for an option. He works it up the boards to McLean. He tips it out. Past. And they can't quite get it deep. Dylan's going to pick up the puck, but he's knocked off the puck by the Cougars forward. That's a shot. Wide, comes out the other side. Cougars try and get the puck deep. That's picked up by McLean. McLean works it to Toole. Toole up the boards to Munn. Munn, it's in his feet. It's up to McLean. And Dylan Johnson was offside on the far side. I think Blake deked when Dylan thought he was going to go in the zone, so they ended up offside. Hey, how are ya? 4 minutes, 46 seconds left in the period. Liam Mitchell ties it up, work back to the defense. Ray Derling plays it deep. Picked up by the Cougars, but Liam Mitchell knew that play was coming and kept it in. Worked in front of the net. That was a chance, but not a great one for the Caps. Cougars going to work the puck out past the Caps defense. That's so the Cougars worked the puck out of the zone, and we had two guys come over to play the puck, and there was a guy left out, the trailer left out in front. We made a nice move to Easton callback to tie up the game, but not much Easton callback can do there on that play. So with 4 minutes, 12 seconds left in the period, it's a tie game here. Face off one by the Caps, and it was sent all the way back down into the Cap zone. Worked into the corner. That'll go back to the Cougars D, but that's Max Morton who picks up the puck. He's got options here. Tries to go 5-hole. Comes back to the Caps line. They're going to work it back deep. Heffernan got the pressure on, causes a turnover. Just worked past Max Morton. Liam Mitchell's going to keep that in. He works it in front to Max. Max didn't have as much time as he thought he did there. So the Cougars were able to pick up that puck. Good forecheck there by Heffernan. He causes a turnover. Hard in front to Heffernan. He tries and go 5-hole, but stopped by the Cougars goalie. That's an interception by Easton Russell. Keep the puck deep. Bryce Heffernan's going to complete the line change here with Jack Baxter coming on the ice. Jack picks up the puck. He uses his body to keep it in there to Easton Russell, but it goes to the line, and Matthew O'Donnell will come back and reset. Jack LaBelle up to Jack Baxter, who gets it in, but not quite. And the Cougars are going to get another odd man opportunity here. Nice save by Easton Callback, and knocked out of danger by Jack LaBelle. Puck deep in the Caps zone. LaBelle tries to get it up to Baxter. And here goes Baxter on a breakaway. Oh, he couldn't quite corral that pass. They had a break there, just off Jack Baxter's stick towards the net. They had a chance there. So 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the period. Face off in the Cougars defensive zone. We have Mitchell, Munn, and Dylan Johnson against Toole and Binks on the back end. Face off won by the Cougars. Nifty little footwork there by Dylan Johnson to kick that onto his stick. Blake McLean's going to come out with the puck. He's going to work to the middle, to the Graham at the point, who's going to work it back in deep. Munn picks up the puck. He works it back to the point. Binks is going to fire it back in. Dylan Johnson picks up that puck. He's knocked down. Worked out to the line. The Cougars are going to pick up that puck and get it out. Tool's going to work it across. Binks is going to get that deep to Munn. Munn has McLean going to the net. Munn holds on to it, takes a shot. Again, another rebound sitting in the blue paint. And the Cougars are going to get the puck moved up to the forward unit. But the Cougars can't get that puck out. Dylan Johnson's going to work the puck in front. He's going to get it deep. And Dylan's going to go for a change, as well as that's going to be kept at the line by Bryce Heffernan. He's going to put it into the corner. Heffernan back to Binks at the point. He's going to take a shot. Gloved down by the goalie. Nice save. So we got 45 seconds left in the period. Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan out with Derling and Tucker. That's a shot. That was a shot from the point from Derling, tipped by Liam Mitchell in front again. Puck was sitting in that blue paint for just a split second and couldn't quite pounce on that opportunity. Mitchell ties up his man. The puck's poked out in front, but the puck comes out. Back to Tucker, D to D to Ray Derling. Derling up the boards. Heffernan chipped it to Mitchell. Cougars are going to work it back the other way. Nice play by Derling and Tucker to break up that chance. The puck makes its way into a dangerous spot. Shot on net, but that's going to come out. We got about 7 seconds left. That's enough time for Liam Mitchell to dump the puck deep, and that'll end the period. So we'll go for a flood here, back in about 15 minutes. Sorry, I was late getting back to the camera there. Caps had some pressure. We got Mitchell, Heffernan, and Morton bringing the puck in. 50 little drag there by Heffernan. Kept deep, and the puck comes out. Durling and Tucker are back. Nice low shot by the Cougars forward. Tucker's going to try and work it up the boards. Mitchell's knocked over. Worked in behind the net. That's Morton who picks up the puck. It's in Durling's feet. And Mitchell comes out with the puck. He's going to work far side to Max Morton. Morton and Heffernan. Heffernan's beating his man to net. Oh, he got his stick down and the puck went just wide. Nice try by the boys there. Heffernan and Morton are going to go for a change. Cougars are going to come back the other way. Nice stick by Hart Johnson to knock that puck away. Easton Russell's going to come back and work the puck through the middle. He makes a couple of moves past his guy. And Baxter's going to pick up the loose puck and get it deep. Hart Johnson in on the forecheck, putting some pressure in down there. Puck's stuck up against the wall. Toole's going to try and get it deep, but can't. And that puck's going to be out for another 2-on-1 the other way. So the Cougars score to make it 5-4. That was a puck up against the boards that just found its way out. And that's sort of been the way the Cougars have been scoring their goals on that transition. Caps are trying to keep that puck in, but LaBelle works that puck deep. Hart Johnson's working on that puck, keeping it in. Russell curls out, he's open. Finds Matthew O'Donnell, no traffic in front, but the puck comes to Easton Russell, shot and saved by Cougars goalie. Face-off won by the Cougars. We got the puck around the net. We got two guys down below the red line. Cougars are going to try and get the puck out, but it's kept in. That's Parker Munn, fires it in front. Couldn't connect to Dylan. Dylan's got the puck. He works it back to Matthew O'Donnell. No traffic in front, shot high and wide. Blake McLean tries to work it out in front. He's knocked down. Puck comes out to Jack LaBelle. He makes a good move to curl around. Beauty pass up to Blake McLean. He's got a partial break. He's going to try and get a shot on, but that's knocked down by Cougars defenseman. Dylan Johnson works the puck back to Ray Durling. That's a shot. Tipped high and wide by McLean. That's fired in front by Parker Munn. And the Cougars will work the puck back the other way. Shot gloved by Easton Callback. We got Mitchell, Morton, and Heffernan, Durling, and Tucker. Mitchell puts pressure on his man. Durling works it up the boards. Bryce Heffernan's knocked down. Can't quite get the puck out. That's a wide angle shot off the outside of the post. Morton picks up the puck to kick a hit past his man. Liam Mitchell is going to work it back to Ray Durling. Ray Durling up to Bryce, knifed into the Cougars zone. And Liam Mitchell is going to cause a turnover here. He's being held up. Max Morton tries to work it back to the line, but not quite out. Kept in by Bryce Heffernan. Max Morton's going to have the puck. He works it in behind to Bryce. Bryce keeps the puck deep and is fighting for it. Forwards went for a line change. We got Hart, Johnson, Easton Russell, and Jack Baxter out. Puck's in behind the Caps net. Russell works the puck. Cougars come up with the puck. They work it back to the line. That's a shot from the point, blocked by Dylan Toole. It's going to end up a 4-on-3 coming back the other way, but couldn't quite. And the Cougars are going to break out. The Caps were back checking there. Easton Russell knocked the stick out of the Cougars forward's hand, and it's called a slap. So the Cougars will go to the power play here. Face off one back by the Cougars. Work to the middle. That was a shot in out front. Nice save by Easton Callback. Work back to the line by the Cougars. That's a shot. Deflected in front. Shot again. Another chance. And a couple of blocked shots there, but couldn't get the puck out. So that gives Cougars a power play goal. For Cougars. So we got Blake McLean, Parker Munn, and Dylan Johnson out. Dylan Johnson played that puck nicely to Parker Munn. He made a nice move and put it off the post, off the far side post. That was another chance from the point there. Matthew O'Donnell put it on net, tipped by Blake McLean, but couldn't get it in. And here's another transition opportunity for the Cougars. Dylan Johnson tries to play that. And Blake McLean's going to pick up the puck. He's on a one-on-one trying to beat his man. Knocked to the corner by the Cougars defenseman. It's in his skates. They're fighting for the puck. There's several people back there. Dylan Johnson fighting for the puck now. Blake McLean comes out in front. The puck's sitting there again. It's uncovered. And Parker Munn came out in front. And here's another transition here in the Cougars. Caps defense step up and that's sent in front. That's deflected by the Cougars and all the way down. Liam Mitchell is going to pick up that puck in the offensive zone. He works it back to Jack Tucker at the point, who works it deep. Max Morton picks it up. He's going to try and cycle with Mitchell. He throws it. Tucker throws it on net, deflected by Heffernan, but another good save by the Cougars goalie. Cougars come out with the puck. Again, a transition play here. Good back check by the Caps. Bryce Heffernan comes up with the puck. He's going to go back the other way. Caps stay onside. Heffernan works it in front, and then again the puck sitting in that blue ice. just for a split second. Not long enough for the Caps to pick it up. Mitchell works it back to Tucker. Tucker's going to shoot it on net. Not much for traffic in front, so the Cougars goalie makes the save. Russell, Baxter, and Hart Johnson out on the forward unit. Binks and Toole on the back end. Face off, tied up, brought out by the Cougars. They're going to try the far side. That's going to be kept in by Toole. He's going to bring it back in. We got Russell on the forecheck. That was offside, played out. But played back in by the Caps. They'll tag up. Knocked down by Russell. And Toole's got the puck, picked up by Russell. He's going to play it up to Hart. Hart tries to get it deep. Russell's after the puck, but can't quite get after it. He's forechecking. A little bit of interference there. And the Cougars work it back into the middle again. Nice play by the Caps D there to take that puck and the opportunity away from the Cougars. Oh, another penalty called on the Caps there. There's a slash is what they call. So Cougars to the power play here. Play back to the Cougars line, blue line. Cougars maintain possession here in the Cap zone. Work back to the point. Shot off the pad, cleared out by Parker Munn. Iced. The Cougars will go back and retrieve the puck and try and set themselves up. Good forecheck by Blake McLean to get that on net and get a whistle. We have Johnson, Morton, Tucker, and Derling out to kill this power play. Derling goes back to retrieve that puck. Worked around to the far side, to the line. Worked into the corner. Cougars come out. This is work to the middle. Back over the far side, shot all the way around, and that gets out. Dylan Johnson picks up the puck. He chips it forward to Max Morton, but just out of the reach. Would have been a shorthanded opportunity. Max Morton has the puck. He's working in behind. Doing a good job there. He's knocked down. And the Cougars will break it back out the other way. 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Cougars are going to wait for their forward unit to change. That's a shot on goal, saved by Easton Callback. Off in the Cap zone, one back by the Cougars. Defenseman fumbled the puck there. Caps had a chance to get that out, but couldn't. Worked back to the point by the Cougars. Good stick by Jack Baxter to eliminate that opportunity. And the Caps intercept the puck. Jack Baxter working the other way. He's going to go wide around his the defenseman works it in front off the side of the net. He works it to Liam Mitchell. He's going to work out in front. He's got a shot and scores. So short-handed goal by Liam Mitchell. Good effort by Jack Baxter to get in there on the forecheck. Liam Mitchell picked up the puck behind the net and scooted out front, put a shot on net. So we have 3 seconds left in the penalty here. I'm a little bit off. Face off goes towards the Caps bench. So we're even strength now. Easton Russell's on the ice with Liam Mitchell and Easton Russell, Jack Baxter. Here's another chance here. Liam Mitchell streaking towards the net. He almost found Jack Baxter on the other side. We got puck in the feet, work to Binks. Binks works it to the middle to Liam Mitchell. He's in again dangerously. He worked it to the far side but couldn't connect with that pass. Easton Russell's going to work it back into his zone, and he works it to the far side, but nobody open on that wing. Matthew O'Donnell's going to play that just before the defensive blue line, try and keep it out. Mitchell works it deep. Cougars are going to regroup. Caps on a line change. Binks with a nice pinch there to eliminate that opportunity. And the Caps can get the puck deep. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. That's a turnover. Munn has the puck. He's got Heffernan out front. Shoots low. Heffernan works it back to Derling at the point. Derling with a shot, and that goes into the corner. Heffernan after the puck. McLean fighting for it. Cougars trying to get that puck out. And it looks like it did come out, but no offside call. Binks is going to regroup. He's going to work it up to McLean, who's going to tap it into the zone. Heffernan works it around. A little bit of confusion there. Derling tries to keep it in, but Cougars break out on a 2-on-1. And the Cougars score on another odd man rush to make it 7-5. So 1 minute and 47 seconds left in the game. 7-5 Cougars. We have Mitchell, Baxter, Russell out up front. Derling and Tucker on the back end. Cougars keep the puck deep. That's picked up by Mitchell and worked around to the far side. Baxter fighting for the puck. He comes out in behind the net. That's Derling up the boards to Russell. He corrals the puck and tries to work it into the middle, but picked off by the Cougars forward. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Tucker pass to Russell. It was in his skates. Russell tries to set it up. He's going to work it out and works it in the middle to Mitchell. He's got 4 guys on him. He's hooked, but no call. Cougars are going to try and work this puck out. Toole falls down, picked up by Derling, stays onside. Empty net here for the Caps. Baxter has the puck down the boards, and the Cougars chip the puck out, played back up by Derling. Munn's got a puck, and again a short side bag it. Tough angled shot there for Munn. Yeah, 20 seconds left. We have Mitchell, Baxter, Munn, Russell, Binks, and Toole out there with 20 seconds left. Mitchell ties up his man, worked across the boards into the corner. Defense try and pin the puck. Kept in at the line by Binks. He's going to have a shot on net. Puck sitting in the blue ice. It's not covered. Munn has a chance, but so that's a first regular season loss for the Caps. Tough game for them, was back and forth, lots of opportunities. Next weekend's the Buster Harvey, so we'll have some tough competition in that tournament.